Hey, welcome back to this is part two of our three-part series with Griswold Cattle. And I'll tell you what, Corey, finishing up those opens a minute ago and seeing how fresh these genetics are, how deep they are vested in cow families, I can only anticipate what we're fixing to get to see in this bred heifer division.
Boy, that first set, Brett, going through them opens, which it's always, no doubt in terms of presentation and readiness for a sale, they've always got them right. But boy, just studying the pedigrees and the phenotype in them cattle, absolutely awesome.
Yeah. Hey, Jake,
Hey, guys.
just visiting with you and Jordan a moment ago about the open heifers. I could sense when we kicked this thing on, it was just the three of us. Hey, for 20 years or more, I know the Classic is an event of itself, but it originated, as some of us know, the exposure sale that Christy Collins started years ago there in Oklahoma City that John and his crew was a part of. It was the meat and potatoes of that, and this still today for 20 years has been the bred heifers.
Has been these bred heifers. Yeah, it just I don't know where the time's gone. I mean, we used to go out there to the old K74 Hereford place and have these northern exposure sales back in the day, and I still think about those days, and we were even talking about it today. I mean, how long is? I mean, there was never a year that we didn't have a sale. The minute the northern exposure or the exposure sale had ended, we built this sale facility and moved the actual sale ring. The actual sale ring that was in K74 is the sale ring that we have in this facility. I don't know if anybody knows that. But that sale facility, John bought that sale facility. When we built this building, John bought that sale facility, that sale ring. And that sale ring that was in K74 is in our sale ring.
I had no clue of that.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Well, I was going to ask John, and before I started tonight, Jordan and I were talking earlier, when I brought Jordan on, we'll bring John in here. I'll forget to ask him, but here I'm telling you, that's what's so special about this sale is these bred heifers. It's like you said, there's no better way to say it. It's the meat and potatoes part of this sale. People they've called in for the last 2 weeks on these bred heifers, and it doesn't matter. I mean, this set of Angus bred heifers are tremendous, but the mains and the semis, the blends of these breeds, we try to make these cattle look the same. I mean, we try to select the Angus to look like the mains to look like the semis. And when you do that, you do get these consistency. And when you see these pictures we're going to show you tonight, you'll see that the type and kind are the same, no matter what color they are or what breed they are.
Yeah, that's good. And, the thing about this, Corey and I got to visit a little bit when we send these drive marketing templates to these producers like yourself to have these sessions. We get the information back. We get to see lot numbers, sires, dams, maternal grand, just pertinent information for us to help carry conversation with the producer. I'm not going to lie to you, man. I went and got your catalog out and flipped through. I wanted to get ahead just a little bit. I think the thing I saw was the amount of full sibs, the amount of big sire groups. If maternal major, your cup of tea, you get you a trailer load of them. If Irish whiskey is your cup of tea, about 98% of what I saw in here, it's a whiskey derivative. It's got a tide of whiskey. It don't matter. If broker's your cup of tea, hey, back your trailer in, keep your hand in the air, and end up taking home a trailer load of one sire group cattle.
You hit on that too, Brett. I had a really good customer, good buddy of mine, an old shorthorn friend of mine from Minnesota called me today. And he said, Jake, I want to buy 10 to 12 of these bred heifers. But he said, I don't care what breed they're by, but I want whiskey in their pedigree somewhere. I sent him 46. I sent him 46 numbers.
Wow.
Okay. So when you start talking about Simmental sired, Maine sired, Angus sired, whatever, whiskey is the cornerstone of the sire groups of what we do. But the reason for that is because they've made good cows.
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt. Yep. Yeah. So hey, let's talk about some of these bred heifers here.
You bet.
Let's do it.
Let's jump in here to this 118 heifer, Jake. Bo Garth daughter goes back to an old OCC and Blazon cow, good old in Blazon.
Yeah, when I saw this female for the first time, I called John and go, why in the hell isn't she lot 101? I mean, what is going on here? And I mean, this female here deserved to be 101. It's just that we started the first part of the sale with females that are full sisters to Cerveza. So we got Garth daughters out of Z450 or lots 101, 102, which are Garths out of Z450, which is Cerveza's full sister. But this female here, she's a tank. I mean, just wild neck, big footed, stout built, Garth daughter. And like you said, Corey, goes back to just an awesome OCC bred cow on the bottom side. And what's cool about this female, she's carrying some of the first service that we're ever going to sell out of Full Tilt. And Full Tilt was the champion high main bull in Fort Worth in 20. And a bull that was produced by Matt Copeland, my good friend Matt Copeland out in Narvaez, New Mexico. He's a dual threat son, so the bull's got like 6.2% Chianina in him, but he's a 3/4 blood main, and he's true Cavendish. We calved out these first set of calves last year, and I mean, very rarely does John Griswold. He won't even let me sell Databank as a heifer calf bull yet. He because he says that bull's just too massive. But this bull here is a true in the blue Cavendish bull, heifer calf bull, and I just think the possibilities here are going to be wild because this female here's a half blood main, but her calf's going to be a 5/8.
There you go.
Yeah.
So I love this female, guys, and everybody will find her. I mean, she's one of those. You just walk into a pen and you'll go right to her. So
right.
Yep, no doubt. And them Garth cows have been doing a great job as mamas. I mean, I always tell people, to me, that Garth, he's just kind of a modern version of Irish whiskey himself. Don't you think, Jake?
Yeah, I do. I mean, you're right, Corey. I mean, he's kind of an old school Maine bull. I mean, really is. I mean, he puts the true muscle shape in him. I mean, he probably don't give him that big soft, that big soft fuzzy big belly look to him,
But if you want to add power and foot size and just sheer width and opened upness all the way through, boy, he does it as well. This female shows you in that picture.
But see, going back to that oldie cow line, that oldie blood on the bottom, them old purebred Angus cows that Tim made. Of course, Tim's a big part of my life because hell, I was raised right there south of him. My dad used OCC bulls in our commercial cow operation. We bought bulls from Tim for 35, 40 years. And so, that's another connection that John and I have had is I've loved them oldie cattle like he does. And I believe in them. And when you put these kind of power bulls back on them, you get females like this. And I think this female's a donor potential for the new buyer. And darn sure she checks all the boxes for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Hey, what about talk about the old legend here in this lot 169 out of the legendary Irish whiskey bull himself right here.
Yeah, this one's the poster child for whiskey. I mean, the really good look, got that whiskey head, really, really good in her chest, got the big belly and the big square hip and the big running gear. And that female does all that for you. This is a 3/8 main female. It's also safe to Full Tilt. We used that bull to clean up, but we AI'd to him and then ran him behind those females too. So that was kind of a great feature to do that. And hey, while I'm on that subject, we got about 90% of all the females in this sale safe AI.
Wow.
You're not
Hey,
going
did you do that yourself, Jake?
Yep, you bet I did. Every one of them, they just called me in. Are you kidding me? They wouldn't let me within 10 miles of a breeding chute. Are you kidding? I mean, I call in the spring and I say, hey, y'all need any help? No, we're good, Jake. We're good.
Exactly. Oh man. Hey, Corey, we talk about this thing being out of the old original gangster whiskey himself, but just in terms of mine and your knowledge of this main breed, I think you could I just think there's very few bulls ever that would be 20 years. I'm going to say close to 20 years vested. This bull's been in this business that you would still have a female up 20 years later talking about how right for the times this female appears in this picture in terms of look, in terms of that female, how smooth she is. She's got center body dimension. Just the pictured version of her alone, you can see the angles of her feet are right. 20 years later, we're still using Irish whiskey.
Oh, the skeletons on these cattle are incredible. He's been dead for over 10 years. I mean, and still, you put him on an Angus cow, and I will challenge you to find a better calf maker than a whiskey Angus cow. I mean, It's just, you can do like John, John tells me every day, he said, you build that cow and then you got a lot of options, and we give them options here, and they're going to be able to buy a cow right here that's a true whiskey, goes back to an Angus, a Duff Angus 011 daughter, a great Princess Lass, and goes back to a Trailblazer on the bottom side, that Duff breeding on the bottom. This female here, her mother came out in that Duff herd that when John bought them Duff cows, her grandmother came out of there, and then we bred her to Duff Angus 011 and got this female's mother. So just a great, great package here.
Yeah. I said this summer with Corey and maybe you, when we do the junior national deal each summer for the Maine Association on Waltons, that I had always accused John Griswold of burying whiskey upside down so they could still collect him. There's still juice on that bull, and it's still, you guys will sell some, I'm assuming, in the frozen part of the classic.
Yeah.
But people are still going to buy it.
Still buy 100 units of him. We're going to offer 100 units of him in the classic, in the frozen classic.
There you go. Yeah, and it's going to sell too, I guarantee you. There's people there that know today, hey, let's get some and try it. So
this last year, I sold over 250 units just this year. People asking for 5 of this, so they're still buying it. They still know. If you want to make females, the bull do it. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. What about this next one, Corey?
Yeah, 201, Brett. A shocker daughter, back out of a Hoodoo Charlet cow. Boy, club calf buyers, look in right here, boys.
Guys, I'm going to tell you what, if this one was purple with pink polka dots, you would love this one. I'm telling you, every time I go out, I've been out there half a dozen times in the last 2 days, and this one sees me coming, and she's got a pose for me. This one here is a silver baldy, freak neck, high bladed, big bellied, huge footed, just a tank of a center body. And she's starting to make a cute little old udder on her. She's actually safe to lover boy. So this female is a shocker daughter. Okay. Now, shocker, in the last 3 or 4 years, we've offered some of these shocker daughters. And he is a 3/4 blood semi bull. That's a hammer son that Kyle Conley bred, and goes back to that great She's a Star Simmental cow. She was a half blood bull or half blood female. And Craig Sand and John own this bull together. And we have used this bull to make females. And guys, I'm going to tell you what, this one here is a 3/8 Simmental female. Registered female that's bred to lover boy. And so she's going to have a 5/8. No, she's going to have a 13. Well, what would she have? 3/8.
We just have a 3/4. Yeah.
Yeah, just sort of a 3/4 blood Simmental calf. But guys, I'm going to tell you, this one here, I absolutely just love this female. And I don't care what color she is. I love her color, but for being a silver baldy like that, man, she's a rock star.
Right. But just what I've seen, Jake, that shocker, he's really underutilized. That bull, everyone I've seen out of him has been damn good.
Oh, they're cows. They're cows. He's a full baldy, black stocking-legged bull. Doesn't throw a lot of socks. Throws real pretty baldies, but man, he puts that body in them and makes them maternal. And Hammer's always gotten a bad rough, in my opinion. He's always gotten a bad deal because the cattle weren't soft enough. We don't find that at all. We got 2 bulls that are sired by Hammer, Shocker and Hammer Time, and them cattle all got body to them. So I'm telling you, when people come this weekend, they'll find this sweetheart.
Exactly. And somebody's going to be lucky enough to calve her out in that Loverboy deal that's caught fire, because they're not just calving these. Those are high quality livestock, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. The Loverboy cattle are really popular because Sarah has made them popular. Sarah Sullivan. I mean,
he's the sire of the Sarah's heifer that's supreme at Oklahoma City Junior Show there last year, wasn't he?
And in Kansas City this last fall.
And in Kansas City,
that's a different one. That was a different one.
That was a different one, and that one was 4th overall in the Supreme Drive in Louisville.
In Louisville.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
You betcha. Yep. So now we move right into we're here talking about a Shocker daughter. Now we get to move into a purebred Simmental female. The lot 261 sired by County O, back out of a really, really nice broker female, the C205 cow.
Yeah, I had to put a County O. Everybody accuses me of being a homer with this County O bull, but man, what he's done for people across the country. I mean, he really got used really hard east of the Mississippi, but he got used in a lot of club calf business. A lot of club calf producers used him. And the reason they used him because he kept the look in him, but he made him maternal. And if they got a female, they got a half-blood semi that they can use. And that was my soapbox going back east of Mississippi to these club calf producers. But a bull like that, there again, a female that came out of that Ruby Cattle Company program, and Shay Geffert bred that female to load it up, and we got a chance to be a part with Bobby May to own this bull, and he has left a tremendous set of females, and this is where he shines. It's loaded up on brokers. A loaded up broker combination is what we just absolutely love to make around the G-Bar, and here's another example of it. Big bodied. This female will overwhelm you. These pictures we're taking, these cattle have really put it on. But this female, swoopy bellied, big dimension, internal dimension, big feet, and still got the cool look. And a baldy.
You bet.
Right.
And she's also safe to Loverboy. So
that's bred for that'll be a purebred calf in her belly, right?
Yep. Yeah, purebred. She's a purebred semi. Be a purebred calf in her belly.
Purebred calf in her belly. You bet.
Yep.
Well, this next one, Jake, is out of, when I think of Griswold cattle, I guess he's a bull that I always jumps in my head, the gold standard bull. Maker of the females that you pick out in every herd you go to up here in South Dakota. You just don't drive into any club calf producer up here, you pick out a gold standard in their herd.
Right. And here's the cool thing about this story on this female, other than the fact that she's real moderate. I mean, I just saw her here about an hour ago, and I mean, they'd fed them and they were all running up there to the bunk. But that one there's a moderate, but she's got big feet, and she looks just that picture is exactly what she looks like. Really, she's got that big swoopy neck and comes out the top of her blade. And everything about her skeleton wise is perfect, but she's got the perfect udder. She's got that gold standard udder coming. And here's the cool thing about this female. Her mother was a show heifer we sold, a loaded up show heifer we sold in 2018. So when I talked about those show heifers a while ago with Jordan about the impact that they leave, here's a result of it. Here's a daughter out of a former show heifer that we sold in the Classic in 2018. And it was a loaded up purebred female. This is a half-blood gold standard daughter. And here's the cool thing about this one. This one's bred to night watch. We wanted to try night watch a little bit on some of these. I think the calf in this one's belly is going to be just awesome. And it'll be a 3/4 blood.
Wow.
So that could be deadly.
Yeah. I love this female. Just, I think as a cow in a couple years, this one, she'll be in somebody's front pasture.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt. Yeah, and it's going to keep gold standard in the driver's seat too, because These things are just timeless. I mean, I don't care. You go
Right.
back to when that bull first come around, and we're sitting here today talking about, I don't know, how long's that bull been in G-Bar's program?
Well, 15 years, him and Legacy, him and GCC Legacy, they're both recall sons.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, he goes back to that 925R cow, which is, I mean, we've used her so much in this program. And I get John on here with these cows. I mean, he'll talk about them cow families and how we've utilized those cow families and go back. But I mean, no two bulls have been more prolific making females and being Cavanese than Gold Standard and Legacy. And, and it's still today. I mean, he's still one of our top selling bulls every year.
Well, that's good. Good stuff.
Hey, we're going to break into these Angus, Jake. Tell us about this lot 400 money earned daughter that goes back to that
180. Yeah.
180.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His mama, her mama. Well, first of all, I mean, I've made it know. I mean, this money earned bull for a purebred Angus bull. Like we talked about Garth and Jordan mentioned how big foot that bull's got. Well, money earned does the same thing in the Angus thing. I still think as a breed, the Angus cattle need to work on their feet. I know they got a foot score, but that don't add size and depth of heel and foot, you know, and true pads on the ground that this bull does. That money earned bull's got a big deep heel, a big foot, big round foot, never trimmed his feet. Still to this day, we've never put him on a table. And he has left a set of daughters that look just, this female here, this picture does her no justice. She is a massive, bigger outlined, big bodied, stout built, purebred Angus female. And there was no other way to start the Angus division than with this female right here. We love our money earns. Of course, money earned was a first class son out of a E&B Papa Top cow. That was just a big come from the Everett Benoit program. That Papa Top bull put a lot of power and body in him, and that is coming through the generations into these money earned females. And of course, this female is out of a new edition, a daughter. Of course, new edition has left his impact on our program, come right out of the Duff program, and then her mother is a tremendous Emblazon cow. So you've got Emblazon, new edition, that great Dixie Erica 814G in that pedigree. And then his mother, again, was that really, really good Dixie Erica Papa Top cow that we called 8137. We got several other females out of her in this sale too. So just a great female, boys. And hey, she's safe to Legacy. So
yeah, we just finished talking about Gold Standard, and you hit on Gold Standard and Legacy. And the very next female we feature for this deal, bred to Legacy.
Right. Well, he does the same thing Gold Standard does. It's just, I mean, just in a different pack, just a prettier package. I mean,
I got to punch you just a little bit. Everybody knows Jake. He'll tell you, you ain't got no problem telling a guy how you feel. And you don't have a problem a lick telling a guy anything. But I tell you what, you have backed it up here tonight, buddy. I mean, I'm serious. For someone to say, "Oh, Jakey just said that because," hey,
no,
you just brought your A game right there, buddy. And I know that wasn't. I know because me and you went through this together. You didn't set the Legacy deal up. That's just how the cookie crumbled right there.
Well, and hey, I mean, a lot of people accuse me of being a G-Bar homer, but I love what I do because I believe in what John does and believe in his philosophy. And it's easy to sell this thing, man, because you don't have to sell it. You just present it. So
yeah, there you go. Yeah, high quality female right there. So
hey, we're going to round out this deal, Brett, with lot 412. Goes back to the standard design first class son. And I tell you what, you talk about, we've talked about some of the great Angus sires of G-Bar. They bred this one right on back to the good old Gold Standard sire.
Wow.
Yeah, this one's bred to Gold Standard. But what's really cool about this pedigree, this standard design bull, is standard design was a first class son out of Gold Standard's mother. So that old Nitro cow, that 925R cow, she really moderated that birth on the first classes.
Okay.
you guys will recognize this name. She was an old classmate of mine at K-State, but Corey, you both of you will remember Susie Mackey. And
yes.
Susie is breeding Angus cattle now up around Kansas City. And she drilled me about this standard design bull. Oh, I don't know. Should I use him? Well, I talked her into using him 2 years ago. She bought 40 more units of semen from me last year. She loves these daughters. And you talk about one she's particular about her females. She loves these standard design females. And it goes back to 925R. I'm telling you, every one of these great bulls has a great cow behind her. And this female here, the calf in her belly is going to have 2 shots of 925R in it. And
wow,
I couldn't think of a better way to show you this last female of our bred heifers is the power in these Angus females is exemplified in this female right here. Standard design, like I said, first class 925R, and she's bred back to gold standard.
Wow, incredible. I mean, it just keeps getting better, Corey, as we go. We knew the opens were stout. They were stout all the way through. We've worked our way through 7-8 lots of these bred heifers. And I mean, here we are on the very last feature lot, and we're talking about something that's as deep and rich in proven G-bar genetics.
Yeah.
We're
proud. We're proud to put that brand on their left rib, but hey, we're even more proud of hopefully the work they're going to do for our new owners. So we look forward to having everybody come and take advantage of the meat and potatoes of this sale. Like I said, this set of breds are impressive, really impressive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I said, I sent that old guy, that buddy of mine, 46 numbers today. He goes, surely you don't like all of them. I said, no, I love them all. So you can find if you can't find what you're looking for here, then you didn't look very hard.
Right. Hey, and let's talk about that real quick on these bred heifers. I mean, it's inevitable. Not everybody will make it. The seats will be full, and the internet will be full for those the night before for the Frozen. Saturday will be full. CCI.live. But let's talk about something real quick here, and we may hit on it in the cows later too. The trucking. A guy probably don't need to be worried about buying something on the account of trucking, should he?
No, we're going to have it really organized here at the office at our new facility here at the new show barn and sale facility here in Stillwater. We're going to have 4 stations for people to be able to sign up to get a bidder number and to be able to pay out at the end. And then we've got a separate room for the insurance and the trucking. And we've got a trucking coordinator if you need trucking, we're going to have trucks scheduled going east, north, down to Texas South, and out west too. So we are a full customer service oriented company around here. We want to take care of you. We want to keep it affordable to get those cattle home, and we want to accommodate you in your schedule. And naturally, we want to get these females to you as quick as possible because, hey, some of them are knocking on the back door already. I mean, they're starting to make cute little udders, and they're starting to get ready to do this. We want to get them in your home, get them settled into their new environment before they calve.
Right, and the cell catalog itself is an animal, but in there's multiple contacts. Whether it's a ranch contact, John, Jordan, Josh, yourself, Macy in the office, there is a laundry list of cell consultants as well. If a guy can't get a hold of somebody, he wasn't trying, was he?
No, we want to make it easy. We want you to be comfortable with the people you want to do business with. Hey, I'm pretty busy that day. I mean, I got to stay pretty focused to keep up with the Colonel. And so I kind of try to give those people that want me to kind of bid on cattle, I give them to people, our consultants. We got a great set of people. That's not the first time they've been here. These guys have been part of our team. They understand our process. They're guys that I trust. John trusts. Okay. And so you can trust them with discretion to be able to spend your dollars the way they'd spend them and to buy the best livestock that they can buy for you.
Yep. That's good. Yep. You bet. So just find that cell catalog. If you haven't already, it can be found through cci.live on your cell link. You can find it at Griswold Cattle at your website. You can search through Facebook, find Griswold Cattle there. pertinent information in terms of updated information about pregnancies and you know, all of that information can be found right there. And so I tell you, Corey, as much as I've enjoyed sitting here talking to Kent tonight and earlier with Jordan, now with Jake here about the Breds, I hear we're going to have a really special guest on section 3 tonight to get into these cows. Is that right?
Yeah. We can get him to talk.
If we can get him to talk. I think after Monday night, the deal might be getting him shut up. So
he actually called me after that was over, and he said, "Did I do okay?" And I said, "You did great." And he said, "Did I sound okay?" I said, "Son, you just need to do more of it. You'll get more comfortable." So we're going
yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, don't get him too comfortable. You won't have nothing to talk about. So
yeah, right. That's fine.
Hey,
I'd rather it comes from him. It's got more meat and potatoes than what he says and what I do. So that's fine.
There we go. Hey, so I encourage you. This was section 2 of 3 with the drive marketing team with Griswold Cattle. I encourage you to go find section 3. We are going to visit all things classic cows. So Jake, thanks for this. Man, it's been fun. We'll see you around 3, buddy.
Okay. See you soon.